welcome to all of you to this significant webinar on lightning and thunderstorm risk reduction, the need for awareness generation. I extend my heartfelt greetings. This program is jointly organized by NIDM in collaboration with Climate Resilient Observation System Promotion Council. A sincere greetings to our patron, Shri Rajendra Ratnoo, ED NIDM. We are grateful for your support, sir, and thank you for joining us today. In this webinar, we are honored to have with us a distinguished panel of experts who have made significant contribution in the lightning and thunderstorm domain. Today, we have Colonel Sanjay Srivastava, Chairman and Professor CROPC, Dr. Alok Taori, Scientist and Head of the Atmospheric Division working at NRSC ISRO, and Dr. Soma Sen Roy, Chief Scientist at the Indian Meteorological Department, Delhi. She will be joining us shortly. And extend my extreme greetings to Dr. Amir Ali Khan, Head Resilient Infrastructure Division at NIDM. He's the backbone of this organization of this program. And lastly, I want to express my sincere greetings to all of the participants who are joining us today. And without you, this program will not be that much valuable and insightful. So without further ado, I'd like to invite Dr. Amir Ali Khan for his opening remarks. Over to you, sir. Sir, you are on mute, sir. Sir, please unmute yourself.
I extend the warm welcome to ED and IDM and request him to take over. I understand that he is able to spare some time within his busy schedule. He's already in an important meeting. So, sir, I request you to say a few words about lightning and thunder and the NIDM initiative. And then agar aap continue karenge, it will be nice. Otherwise, you may leave and we will take over from there after you speak. So over to ED, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Amir Ali Khan, for taking initiative in organizing this webinar on lightning and thunderstorm risk reduction, need for awareness generation. I would also like to acknowledge presence of Colonel Srivastava, Sanjay Srivastava, who is chairman of CROPC, which is our partner organization in that this particular case. Dr. Soma Sen Roy, I don't know whether she has already joined or not, Ministry of Environment, IMD. Dr. Alok Taori, scientist from NRSC, and my colleague Avipsha Mohanty, who has been supporting Amir Ali Saab in making this event happen. So my kudos to all of you for bringing together this event through online mode, so that during this rainy season itself, I mean, this is the season which is most vulnerable, and if you are able to, organize such an event during this time, it is highly appreciable. And I think there'll be technical sessions will be highlighting on the, lightning and thunderstorm, about the global scenario, about the severity of this whole problem, and how it's impacting our economy and our lives. And I'm sure that there'll be deliberations about various aspects of the trends and data related to lightning and thunder related fatalities, as well as the trends which have been shown during past few years or decades. So lightning and climate change aspects are also related. Increasing sea surface temperature plays a pivotal role in amplifying lightning occurrence, and increased evaporation results in higher moisture content in the atmosphere, providing necessary fuel for the intensification of thunderstorm and lightning. And therefore, in this context, when this risk is becoming a little severe, though 2023 had shown a little dip in terms of fatalities and incidents also has come down of lightning. This might be a temporary phenomena of El Nino, effect during 2023. But now we can expect, because of the climate change and higher moisture content in the atmosphere, we'll have a more erratic pattern, perhaps maybe of lightning and thunder. And therefore, it becomes all the more important that we have not only the understanding and assessment of the risk, but also appropriate tools and techniques by which we can do monitoring of this risk and do a risk communication to the last mile, which are the most vulnerable. We have seen that in Bihar, in Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, these are the most vulnerable states in terms of the impact of lightning hazard. NDMA in 2019 had issued guidelines for prevention and management of thunderstorm, providing states with a framework for state action plan. And in 2021, a protocol for efficient dissemination of early warning messages related to lightning was issued, enhancing outreach to remote areas. I'm also, happy to share that IMD, in collaboration with IITM Pune, it began lightning forecasting from April 2019. A network of 83 lightning, detection sensors supports this initiative. Similarly, the state governments like Jharkhand have developed lightning forecasts, initiated community awareness programs, and installed lightning arresters in government facilities. Other states, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, West Bengal, Karnataka, Assam, and Kerala, have followed similar measures. Uh, so, uh, 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 the early warning, which has been made available by scientific institutions like IIMD, IITM, NISAC, and universities. Uh, the way forward is to see that how we improve in detection and scientific solution to the community, and how we bridge the gap in information of the last mile connectivity, last mile communication and training, capacity building, or the awareness gap. Uh, there is also need for preparation of local lightning action plan, including Gram Panchayat level or the level of towns as well as municipalities. Similarly, citizen science, public awareness, education, and sensitization is needed, and there is need for action in collective efforts with DDMAs, academia, NGO, media, and community-based organization and local bodies to ensure that we reach out to this last mile, capacity gap. I'm wishing a very, very successful, meaningful deliberation in this webinar, and I hope that we are able to bring forward some value to build the capacity of the states and other stakeholders. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable remarks. Now, I would like a request to Dr. Alok Taori, sir, to say some words on this topic. And before that, I'd like to just brief him about that Dr. Alok has over 40 years of expertise, including more than 7 years of expertise in atmospheric lightning monitoring at NRSC. Uh, he specializes in greenhouses, monitoring and development of optical instrumentation. He has initiated a lot of scientific programs for atmospheric sciences, including the air glow studies. And his dedicated work on lightning at monitoring aspect is quite significant and deliberated lot of meaningful aspect to the society. So I want you to highlight on these aspects, sir. So please start your over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. And I first congratulate NIDM and CROPC to bring this particular event. It's a very and very much required event. If you don't mind, I have some 3 slides if I can showcase, so that I just want to make my point just within 10 minutes. Is it
Sure,
okay?
sir. Sure. Sure, sir. You can showcase.
So is my slide visible?
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Okay. So it's whatever just Ratnoo sir has told, and whatever Amir sir has also told. Our approach at ISRO has also been something like that. Whatever atmospheric lightning we are doing, it's not forecasting is not the only component. The most important component is, once you gather the data, to outreach, capacity building, and societal awareness. So that's the thing. And this particular kind of attention, as soon as today morning I heard that lightning has become notified as a national disaster, it was really, so I was feeling extremely happy, because the reason is, since last 10 years, if you take the data of NCRB from 2002 to 2022, in natural disasters, more than 40% or more than 45 deaths have happened because of the lightning, which you can see here as the number 1 phenomena. So in this regard, it really becomes important for all of us
to understand what is the lightning, what are the hotspots, how the lightning is happening, which particular districts or the gram panchayats or village level things, vulnerability mapping becomes very, very important. This particular slide is showing that nowadays the cloud to ground lightning in last three
Sir,
and a
your
half years.
slides are not moving.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
Now it is
Now you are on the second slide.
now,
Yeah, it's third.
so the thing
kindly
is,
keep it in the like that PPT mode, sir, slideshow mode.
it's in PPT mode. Is it moving now?
Yes, moving, but not in that PPT mode. It's okay.
That's fine. No, I just want to make 2-3 slides. So here
Yeah.
actually you are seeing the animation. Animation is visible, sir?
No,
No, sir.
No.
we are on the third slide. Green wala.
Yeah, it's third slide only. But I was thinking it should be in.
No, you.
I will do one thing. I will do entire screen. I think now it will be moving. Now am I on third slide?
No, sir. No, sir. It's not shared over the
Here?
screen. It's not at all shared with us, sir.
Oh. Okay. So actually what I wanted to, anyway, doesn't matter. What I will try to do is, it's a, no, yeah.
Yes, sir. Now
Okay.
it's coming. Yes, sir.
Now is it okay?
Slides are changing, sir. Yeah.
Now is transition is happening?
That animation part is not like visible.
Okay, it doesn't matter. What I wanted to make here a point is that of late, what has happened is in last 4 years, cloud to ground lightning occurrences are becoming much larger. And the important thing is that after understanding, making the vulnerability mapping and whatever data we collect, basically, I just want to say the CROPC and all the participants that all the data, what NRSC and ISRO we collect, it's available from the Bhuvan portal and NDM portal. We are having capability to hosting the multi-institutional data as well. So the kind of the organizations such as NDM, not only NIDM and NDMA and CROPC, they should have access to all the data. So we have the capability and we have developed some programs where actually they can just take the data. So that's the one thing. And together with that, here actually I want to make this just a highlight that this lightning monitoring, forecasting, it's not really speaking, cannot be limited to just one agency. The reason for that is multi-data collection. And when you are clubbing the data, like here NRSC and IITM data, once you are having this data collections and observations, all the data, when it is hosted at some particular location, then you can have very good vulnerability mapping, scientific research and assessment of knowledge gap, because Colonel Srivastav himself gives several times very good ideas. So the thing is, it has to be a very good handshaking between the scientific institutes and the institutes like NDMA, NIDM, and the CROPC to tell what is the need of the hour. So those information should go to all the NGOs and NDMA, and the forecasting and improved forecasting, which is basically by nowadays by machine learning and AI methods, whatever improved forecasting we can get, that particular thing also should be given to all the NDMA, SDMA, NGOs, and CROPC particular. So this is actually what is our take is that there is a need of our because with the climate change, every degree change is going to enhance the lightning occurrences by almost 13%. So that's actually going to be quite alarming for the society, like our Indian society, because we are in tropical station. So the thing is, a very good handshaking, whatever is happening right now, like this webinar, not only this webinar, but together with the backend thing like data sharing and the forecasting sharing immediately to the NIDM, NDMA, and other NGOs like CROPC and other local bodies. That's the trend, and we at ISRO are very open to having a collaborations and a kind of data sharing. Uh, and I would like to say that this particular sites actually I'm giving, people should, everybody should just look at the data and try to get the data downloaded and make use of the data whichever best way possible, so that we can make this particular kind of event and lightning events kind of pretty much aware. Society should be pretty much aware, and we can very much aware. And in that sense, I think NIDM, CROPC, and some of the other institutes, they are making a wonderful job. They're doing a wonderful job. And we at ISRO will definitely be here to support you as a backbone for the data and the forecasting, whatever we develop. And I thank NIDM to invite you and Colonel Srivastav for organizing this. Thank you very much. That's what is my thought, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your remarkable address. You pointed very well that that joining heads of this scientific institution is quite important, and data sharing and coming forefront for this type of initiative is very vital. And this lightning is actually is this the title for this natural disaster is quite important, so that the serious contribution in this segment is also well taken in coming days, so that the fatalities will be reduced and the actual risk reduction strategies will be meant only on that note. So thank you, sir, for joining us today. And now moving ahead, I would like to invite Colonel Sanjay Srivastav, sir. Before that, I just brief him about that he has over 35 years of experience and with more than 12 years dedicated in disaster management. He is very distinguished professional in working solely in lightning management. He is also convened the Lightning Resilient India campaign and currently working as a chairman at CROPC. And at the same time, he is a professor of practice at TERI as well. His contribution, particularly in early warning system, communication capacity building aspect, lightning forecast, the safe zones note, as well as the climate change risk assessment is quite prominent and vital in nature. And today he will deliver on the topic that lightning resilience and way forward, and the participants will definitely learn a lot from him. The participants, in case you have any query regarding to any of our eminent personalities, you can just write it down in the chat box. We will sort it out after the technical session. So thank you, sir, for joining, and over to you, sir. Colonel Sanjay Srivastav, sir.
Respected ED NIDM, respected Professor Amir Ali Khan, sir, Ms. Avib Shah, the young professional who is the sole hardworking person behind organizing this event today, Dr. Alok Taori from NRSC ISRO, Dr. Soma Sen Roy, Dr. Jason Varghese from Caritas India and his team in the field, and distinguished participants. Firstly, I would like to thank and express my gratitude to National Institute of Disaster Management for giving me this opportunity today to speak to you. And though every year we organize a program in collaboration with NIDM, but the structure of program of today has a different way forward. After the event today, we are going to have regional physical training workshops at various locations in the country during the current ongoing season of lightning, and we would like to ensure that grassroots level intervention of the available solutions are showcased to people, and we create few good master trainers and knowledgeable people who can make impact at last mile. And by last mile, what I mean today in the disaster management system in our country, we need to incorporate Gram Panchayat. They are the link to the rural community. So it is very important to have a mechanism, a tool where we take the knowledge forward to the last mile, and we have to be innovative, we have to be persuasive, we have to be aggressive, and we have miles and miles to go. With this as a preamble, I would like to share my presentation. Can you see my presentation?
Yes, sir, it is visible, but not in a, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you please put it in a slideshow mode? Yes, now
Can
it's
you
fine.
see in the?
Yes, sir, it's fine.
So basically, Climate Resilient Observing System Promotion Council, we are a Section 8 non-profit organization, and we commit ourselves to research and development of the scientific institutions, that is Ministry of Earth Science and Ministry of Space products, and make it into simple citizen science and take it to people for the development and disaster management in India. We have 2 senior IS officers and 10 scientists who are part of the organization. Coming to the topic proper, need for awareness generation to avoid lightning deaths during the ongoing monsoon season. And my tagline here, protecting lives and communities. Because in a progressive country like India, which wishes to have Amrit Kal 2047, India is a developed country. So I will look back at USA in 1940, when they used to have 432 deaths due to lightning. And when they developed, today in 2023, they had only 11 deaths. In 2024, so far they had 13 deaths. But in our country, the death is more than 300 plus now in this year only. The simple reason is lack of awareness. This is a picture which I would like to show you. A forecast of lightning was there. This is in Sitamarhi in Bihar. And this is what happened. A girl with smartphone making reels during lightning. So the smartphone, she had got an alert from Indra Vajra, but despite that, the inexuberance, she went out to make a reel. We had South Asia Lightning Conference at Baleshwar this year. Just before the conference, the prior day was a lightning day. A forecast was there. Despite that, one boy, he decided to go out. And he was standing in open at a fish shop, only son of parents who was doing engineering and first year student. You can see his body, the way he was charred. This is the impact of lightning. And the impact is instant. It is unlike flood, drought, or any hazard where you get time. It is so difficult to identify even the body here. So that's the impact which is coming. And if you really see the atmospheric electric surge annual lightning report, if you see the peak positive charge, the entire country is in more than 225,000 kiloampere zone, and peak negative charge. Again, large number of areas are even in 3 lakh kiloampere zone. So the lightning protection system which is in the country, the law does not cater for protection against these. And this, I personally feel, is the biggest lack of awareness at all levels, where mitigation has been given a total backseat. If you go to the urban area in India, only 2% infrastructures have lightning protection system, and rural area, it is negligible. So the first and basic, wherever you are, whether in your house, in your office, or your campus, please check whether lightning risk assessment has been done. And based on the assessment, is the lightning protection device there? So it is very important that we look for mitigation. Mitigation is the only aspect which is 100% guarantee to you against the lightning strikes. Lightning forecast. 31st July, 1st August, 2nd August. The orange alert areas you can see on the map. In fact, today and tomorrow is the time when Uttar Pradesh and Bihar plain region is going to get rain and farmers will be out. The state government, state disaster management authorities, district authorities, the Gram Panchayat should have been out on making public awareness. But ground reality is different. If you see 96% casualties in the rural area, you can see the scenario. The agriculture field filled with water. On the Bandh, you can see animal, people, there are trees. They all attract lightning. And 90% casualties during monsoon. We had the recent 6th annual lightning conference. We showcased that though there were reduction in lightning deaths and hazard, but there are scientific solutions, hotspots, map, microzonation map, early warning dissemination systems which have been developed. The public awareness has been showcased, and we also carried out a study. We have Indravani systems. We have a national lightning program coming up end to end. Academic collaborations have taken place. But the challenge lies in 3 states, MP, UP, Bihar. I again say MP, UP, Bihar. We really need to cover these states and empower the local authorities, be with them in field and do this job. If you see lightning occurrence versus fatalities, in last 5 years, we had 53% rise in lightning. And so is the fatality right from 2001 to 2023. Though last year we have reduced a reduction, we have recorded a reduction in deaths, but in the 3 states, namely Madhya Pradesh, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, they constitute almost 85 to 90% death, and there is no reduction in death. So these are the states we really need to take the solutions to. If you see the occurrence of lightning strike, this is the last 5 years, and it is April to October when lightning strikes take place. And if you see the lightning deaths seasonality, this is the last 20 years data, 2004 to 2023. It is April when deaths start and highest death in July. So we should be doing maximum awareness action on this. But a state does awareness action in December when there is no lightning death or no lightning. The job is given to an agency which does not understand what is lightning. If you see, Madhya Pradesh is the state with highest lightning deaths. We have done a complete microzonation of India, high lightning states, moderate lightning states. They have been showcased, the timing of lightning, the seasonality of lightning. This is the area where red zone maximum lightning is happening. But if you see the death zone, and if you compare both, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, despite less lightning, more deaths are there. Why? We really need to work on this. So challenge is village level awareness, even awareness at the disaster management authority level. The lightning forecast from the IMD is disseminated, there is no action. Somebody will be writing letter. Even at IMD level now, yesterday we had a session. So IMD through their Met centers will be taking this forward. It is already being done, but more aggressively will be taken forward. We have space application center at state. The SDMA should make use of them. Lack of utilization of scientific knowledge. Key lies in microzonation. We have showcased Balasore, Mirzapur, Amethi, Nawada, Dhemaji, South 24 Pargana, Sagar. There are umpteen number of examples. South Chaibasa, East Singhbhum. So many examples. We need to have a complete solution for dissemination of system up to last mile. Mitigation, which is a zero effort, we need to take it forward, and we need to have more academic involvement. So the need is to understand lightning and its uniqueness. I have shown you the picture. It is instant hazard. People need to understand that when the early warning is there, it has to be immediately sent out to the people in the rural area, the disaster management authority, the vulnerable community, and the responders. Identify level at which intervention is required. Now, entire intervention is at SDMA level, but people are dying below the Gram Panchayat level. So the intervention is required at the Gram Panchayat. People in kacha houses, farmers, and people working in open. The animals, there is no shed for them. The death ratio of animal is 8 times the death ratio of human being. Flow of action, there has to be an SOP, and there has to be a capacity building program. Recommended strategies, there has to be a public education campaign. In state like Jharkhand, in state like Tripura, Nagaland, you have education for children on disaster management on lightning. There has to be a community outreach program. In fact, the CROPC recommends an outreach fund for outreach of all the scientific solutions and the government programs. Without outreach fund, nothing is going to reach people. You need to have partnership with NGOs, local organizations, media participation, and there has to be an emergency preparedness protocol. The 112 single emergency number, the 108 ambulance, they need to be incorporated in the response system because they are physically there. And the service level agreement with 108 and 112 is that within 5 minutes in urban area, the response is reached. In rural area, within 15 minutes. And a lightning victim, if it is attended within 30 minutes, they can be revived. Aspect of awareness. People need to know what aspect of awareness, what aspect of lightning, what component of lightning is to be, taken to people. We have a resilience framework, risk knowledge, early warning, public alert system. We have to work out and make a proper documentation and operationalize it. Mitigation, where lightning protections are required. Do's and don'ts. People should know. Capacity building and awareness program. And there has to be an accountability of all actions. There has to be a calendar, lightning occurrence calendar, location-wise, seasonality, timing, lightning day. Like 13th April, we are celebrating now as a National Lightning Day. There's a lightning preparedness week, fortnight, lightning operational days, that is monsoon, and review and monitoring. This year, 15th April to 21st April, we had a preparedness week. Is the lightning action plan ready? NDMA has issued a guideline. Out of 36 state and UTs, only 13 have made it. Lightning hazard vulnerability analysis, have you done it? Damini app, how many have downloaded? Lightning arrestor, is it installed? Last mile dissemination system, what is the SOP? Lightning knowledge, is it imparted to community? Then we had lightning awareness fortnight, 1st June to 15 June. Entire country participates, except a symbolic participation by 3 states, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar. You see, people like Dr. Alok Taori, people like Dr. KJ Ramesh, we are 24/7 working to save life. But the authorities, the people who are there, they should take the scientific knowledge to the community because they are mandated. They are the government authority. They have the policy. They have the fund. They have the resources. And it is through them it has to go to people. The entire solution which is available, action by SDMA. When the 4 days outlook comes, 24-hour lead comes, or nowcast comes, what SDMA should do? On the right side of the column, it is shown. So this is what is required. I take this is an opportunity and this is also a challenge. We need to have field lightning test, global lightning mapper where we are working, detection of charges, scientific community is working. But what is happening, dissemination up to last mile, village level awareness, this is the job of the local government. And we have done a complete microzonation of all these. And state-wise, if it comes to Uttar Pradesh, these are 5 districts which are making the 300 deaths. If you go to Madhya Pradesh, these are the 11 districts which are causing deaths. Lack of awareness, limited knowledge, people making house under a tall tree. This is not correct. People making hutments of tin, people making hutment in open. These are the vulnerable areas. This map is from Mary Ann Cooper from US. She's working in Africa. Very, very useful maps. Vulnerable population, the farmer in the field. You can see the lightning. Despite that, this student was apprised of the lightning warning, but he went. Why did he go? We need to analyze this. We need to understand what is lightning, how does it function, how does it take place. You can see the sun rises, there is evaporation, there is cloud formation, there is charge induction in the cloud. This charge cumulonimbus cloud is coming up. The moment color changes to black, you can see the rain and you can see the lightning strike. So you have to understand the components of the weather system. And then you have to tell people, these white clouds are not dangerous. These black clouds, the cumulonimbus clouds, are dangerous. They are simple knowledge which needs to be imparted. What are the constituents of lightning? Electric charge, cloud flashes, cloud to ground flashes, sound, energy, current, temperature, voltage. What are the scenarios? Whenever you see black cloud, there is light wind. Whenever there is thunderstorm, hailstorm, heavy rain, cloudburst, tornado, cyclone, these are the scenarios when lightning will take place. How lightning falls? It strikes vertically, spreads laterally. You can see this is how it happens. The impact, it affects your heart valve. Lightning impacts is maximum on farmers because they are in the open area. On kacha houses, these are the photographs from Odisha. And the only solution is Pakka Makan Sabse Surakshit Sthan. We need to tell people. And it is 100% preventable. Our districts which I talk, the complete seasonality is here. People die in India either due to standing under tree. This is a picture of famous signature villa of Gurugram, 8th March 2021. People living in 21 crore villa not installing lightning arrestor in their house and their guard dies. Second is current monsoon season when people are out for cultivation. So pre-lightning season, we need to do proper awareness and we need to take stock of the situation and address the rural communities. This is the timeline which has come up and this is the framework which we have worked it out. We have to work out on lightning early warning, public awareness, lightning protection, response, that is first aid, 112 single emergency, and trauma and relief management. Mind it, 90% people survive this lightning strike and they live a life of trauma because in villages, people say people who have got lightning strike, they have a curse of the god, so don't touch them. Even young girls don't get married. The boys are untouchable. They are handicapped. They have neural disorders. In lightning prone zone, the development of mind. I'm doing a research study with KPMG. The development of mind, the health of people are impacted due to lightning. So there's huge impact of lightning. We need to work on all this, the dissemination system, the alert, the local lightning action plan, what has to be done. Lightning protection measure, which is air terminal, down conductor and earthing. This needs to be done at every house. And this can be made even for farmers. So lightning risk management, the citizen side, public awareness is the biggest challenge. And the intervention at the Gram Panchayat level. And way forward is improvement on awareness on lightning, a local lightning action plan, citizen science, collective efforts. Now I would like to hand it over to our team, which is here from field. I would like to hand it over to them. We have Abhishek from Patna. Abhishek, are you there? Avipsa, just see if he's there.
Sir, can you please tell me his full name so that I can...
Abhishek
Rajans is...
Abhishek Kumar, Dr. Jason Varghese.
Okay, sir.
if you can get Abhishek Kumar, Dr. Jaychan Varghese.
Can we, Sanjay ji, can we listen Soma ji first about early warning system so that these can be correlated by your field teams?
Yes, sir.
Soma ji, if you are okay, then you can give a brief presentation.
Yes. That will be very nice. Actually, mornings are very busy with
I
all
understand.
sorry.
And it's in continuation of Dr. Colonel Sanjay Srivastava's lecture. So it will be great if you can take your
okay.
time.
I will share my screen, please.
And Varghese saab, just a few minutes, and then you can take over.
Can you make it? I cannot share content unless the host or co-host or the presenter makes you the presenter.
Just
Can you
a
look
minute.
into-
Just a minute. Just a minute. Can you now present, ma'am?
Okay, yes, it is now happening. I think you can see my screen. Can you see my screen, please?
Yes, it's coming.
Yes. So thank you for inviting me. I think this is an annual feature of the NIDM, and it is a very good endeavor. And I was a bit delayed coming in because there was a lot of issues about the Kerala rainfall that has happened last night. It was a lot of rainfall in north and central Kerala, so we had to take the forecast very seriously today for that reason. But whatever I could hear of Dr. Colonel Sanjay Srivastav's uh, lecture, I found it very interesting, and of course he speaks well. So it's a good idea to have my talk immediately afterwards, because we are if he is the dissemination person, we are the people who are generating the warnings for dissemination. So uh, this is important to understand that what constitutes a a warning level lightning alert, and when do we give such a alert? I mean, please understand, thunderstorms happen throughout the year. All thunderstorms are accompanied by lightning, but only some thunderstorms have a potential for damages and disaster. If you really see, lightning related deaths are focused.
Ma'am, your slides are not moving. Like,
No,
are you
it's
changing?
okay. I'm just talking
Okay.
about lightning. So
Okay.
all thunderstorms are happen at the cumulonimbus stage. That means from cumulus to cumulus congestus. Once it crosses 0 degrees Celsius, the cold part of the cloud gets ice crystals, and there the charge formation happens, and that is what is when there is a charge neutralization, you get a lightning, and that can be cloud to ground lightning or cloud to cloud lightning. Whatever happens, either of these two processes happen, we get a heard sound, which is thunder. Now, thunderstorm measurement, if you really see happen, it is a usual practice of IMD. We are part of the World Meteorological Organization. There's a standard procedure globally to measure thunderstorms, and if you really see throughout the year, we do get thunderstorms. But regionally, thunderstorms become dangerous for only part of the year. Uh, Different reasons are there, which we shall discuss. But the question here is, what, which are the seasons when we need to be more prepared, more aware for cloud to ground lightning, for death or damages due to lightning? So this is the main thing about how a thunderstorm forms. It needs high surface temperature. There has to be a mechanism for uplift. It can either be a synoptic weather system, a western disturbance over North India, monsoon systems, trough, this wind discontinuity, orography. All these constitutes, or coast, land breeze, sea breeze, or katabatic winds. All these factors constitute a mechanism for uplift. Third is moisture. That is the most important, because only after the initial uplift, beyond the LCL, it is moisture which basically drives the parcels upward movement. If a cell will stop at cumulus congested stage or will it reach cumulonimbus stage is mainly decided by the moisture content of the cloud. The fourth factor is shear, which decides the organization of the thunderstorm system. Whether it will be an isolated thunderstorm cell, whether it will be a fully organized squall line, or whether it will have what will be its lifetime is decided by the fourth factor. This is standard textbook necessity. I mean, this is nothing new. Anybody who has worked with thunderstorms knows that these are the four factors. But these four factors, like I said, do not occur simultaneously throughout the year everywhere. There are seasons, as you are well aware, where surface temperature is high but moisture is low, and some regions where the mechanism of uplift is available due to orography, but maybe surface temperatures are not high, moisture is not high. In some places, shear is the main deciding factor for the thunderstorm. Based on that, we get different kinds of thunderstorms throughout India. If we talk of lightning, where does the lightning happen? This is the left-hand picture is the full climatology of cloud to ground lightning. It's a 15-year data set, and it very much matches with the thunderstorm climatology, which is available from ground-based stations. That means we look at three main regions of thunderstorm occurrence. One is over thunderstorm maxima is one of the maxima is over the Western Himalayan region, mainly Jammu region. The second maximum is Jammu and let us put it entire Western Himalayan region to be very frank. The second region is over the eastern India, that is Odisha, Bengal, Assam, and Assam has more thunderstorms than more lightning. I would not say thunderstorms, more lightning than say Bengal. And the third region for maximum highest frequency of lightning is over Kerala. But the picture on the right shows where the maximum frequency of deaths and damages happen. As you can see, although there is a maximum of lightning over Jammu and Kashmir, death frequency is between 1 to 50 annually. So if ideally there is only 2 to 10 deaths per year over Jammu and Kashmir. Similarly, if you see Assam is one of the least death figures is over Assam. Although lightning is more, it is more prone to lightning, annual lightning, it is higher over Assam and Meghalaya compared to Bengal. Bengal, Odisha, if you see this kind of a reversed figure of 7, inclusive of West Bengal, Bihar, Odisha, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, and Karnataka. And of course, this is state-wise, but if you really see part of North coastal Andhra Pradesh, this region is most prone for lightning deaths. So what decides the lightning casualties? The figure below shows every year we get around 2,500 to 3,000. I'll come back to this slide because we need to address, this meeting is to reduce these figures. Around 2,500 to 3,000 people are dying every year, despite us trying up, because IMDA, for example, is trying its best to improve its weather forecasting, but somehow the figures are not coming down. So why are some states so vulnerable? First factor I would say is the population density. Some states have higher population density, especially in the Doab region of the Ganga and Jamuna. This region has high population density, so lightning strikes are more. People are more, you can say, if you throw a dart at a board, it is like more people can be hit by a lightning strike if there is higher population density. Second is lifestyle of people. This is a very important factor because if you see the states that I just pointed out, these are all paddy cultivation states. And this season, starting from May to July, is firstly the harvesting of the paddy, which is the Bodo crop, and plantation transplantation of the fresh paddy crop. This water in which they're standing, this is just a web picture. This water becomes like a huge conducting plate. So when the people, when lightning strikes this kind of a large plate, instead of a small point, so the entire region becomes conducting, and all the farmers working in that area die. Has happened multiple times. 10 farmers working in a field, all of them have died. So this is a very important factor. Third factor is the strong. So second factor, I would also say another thing. Maybe paddy harvesting or is not does not involve standing in the water, but it involves outside work. So when people are outside, away from their homes, the probability of getting a lightning strike and standing under the tree to escape the water, rain, makes them more prone to lightning. uh, in fact, a study from Bihar has shown highest frequency of lightning deaths is happening in school children and men around the age of 35 to 40. So this is what is important to understand, that these two age group people are most prone to be outside the home in the afternoon. This diurnality of occurrence of thunderstorm is the third most important criterion. Just to give you an idea, this is, say, the diurnal cycle of thunderstorm activity during the month of June. This is ground-based station data. Please note that thunderstorms do not happen throughout the day at all regions uniformly. If you note that over East India, this is the region of East India, thunderstorms mostly happen between 11:30 to 20:30. So if you really see the afternoon period, this is IST timing. So afternoon period is the highest frequency, which you can see 14:30 to 17:30. What does that indicate? This is also the time when school going children are just returning home, or they have finished school and playing in the open with their friends. So that makes them peculiarly vulnerable. Farmers are out in the field. So this is a very critical part of the day. So that makes them more vulnerable for lightning strikes. Whereas Assam, if you see, lightning is almost uniform throughout the day. So if you are seeing lightning happening, many a times the lightning has started early in the day. You can plan your day accordingly. And the other thing is, since much of it is happening in the night, you are safely protected at home. Similarly, if you see the region of northwest India as well as southwest peninsular India, these two regions also, if you see, lightning is not happening so much during the afternoon as it is happening in the night. Punjab, it is happening, but again, lightning flashes are fewer there. The other factor is, so this diurnality of thunderstorms, when you're talking of the afternoon period, if wherever the thunderstorms are more frequent in the afternoon regions, if afternoon period, that region becomes vulnerable. The fourth factor that I mentioned here is the type of clouds. Now, this is a very interesting study from China. What they saw was, when the frequency of, this is a model based study, when they're increasing the moisture, relative humidity in the lower levels, as the relative humidity increases, if you see the positive and negatives, CG positive and CG negative, flash probability increases. So more the moisture, more is the uh, probability of lightning. So pre-monsoon thunderstorms with less lightning has less probability of, with less moisture, have less probability of cloud to ground lightning. Hence, from May onwards, as the Indian subcontinent moisture starts penetrating into the Indian subcontinent, probability of cloud to ground lightning increases. Simultaneously, the lifetime of thunderstorms also increases. The two factors mean that the period from May to July, or even up to beginning August, is the period when thunderstorms are most frequent with and will be accompanied with cloud to ground lightning over the Indian subcontinent. Again, this is not uniform. Even during the period March to May, if you see, north coastal Andhra Pradesh, that becomes more prone because of the moisture penetrating into this region. So overall, if you see, May to August, but locally there will be differences. So this is what is shown in this map. This is again from another study by Dr. Pawar and his group from IITM. Pre-monsoon versus monsoon thunderstorms. I would like you to focus on the blues and the greens. If you see throughout the year, cloud red patches, which is indicating higher frequency of cloud to intercloud lightning, that is more probable over North Indian plains. So, although lightning flashes will be there, they'll be mostly intercloud lightning. Whereas cloud to ground lightning is more probable. Like I talked to you about, this is the region. So many factors are coming together. Your thunderstorm frequency is increasing in the afternoon. Cloud to ground lightning frequency is increasing. Sorry, moisture is increasing. So on account of this, cloud to ground lightning frequency is increasing in the afternoon hours, and then increasing more during the afternoon, more over the East Indian region. So this is the IC-CG ratio. You see, 10 times, IC is 10 times higher over North India compared to East India. So this is a very similar picture, but what is our role in this? We have a multi-hazard early warning system. We are one of the pillars of the global multi-hazard early warning system. First pillar is the disaster risk knowledge. Second is observation, monitoring, analysis, and forecasting. This is our job. That means World Meteorological Organizations and all the national met agencies, and especially India Meteorological Department, our prime job is the second point, which is observations of lightning, monitoring, analysis, and forecasting. Warning, dissemination, and communication, preparedness and response capabilities. So warning, dissemination, as you can see, globally, the telecommunication sector is involved in this. And the fourth, preparedness and response capabilities, UNDRR, which is the United Nations Disaster Risk Reduction, in its partnership with national organizations such as NDMA, is responsible for the NDMA, NDRF, NIDM are in the fourth category. Disaster risk knowledge is coming from mainly from our NCRB and other sources. If you see the IMD prediction process, first is our day 5 onwards, we start giving the warnings. 5 days ahead, we give the forecast for the potential zones of severe weather. By the second day, day 5 to day 2, we gradually, because this is thunderstorm is not like rainfall where you get graded things. You might get 2 centimeter versus 3 centimeter. It is thunderstorm is a very yes no factor. Either it is going to happen or it is not going to happen. So when you are giving a thunderstorm forecast, you have to be prepared for either forecast being exactly accurate or totally inaccurate. In that respect, the area gradually optimizes through day 5 to day 2 based of a particular situation. On the day 1, that is on the day of the warning, for India, because our thunderstorms are such short-lived, we focus on 3 hourly nowcasts for the affected districts. So as you can see, from state level, we are going to district level to district level quantitative. This is the focus for entire IMD. This is the philosophy of IMD's weather forecasting. This is our way. This is the way our forecast is issued. That means it's from medium range up to 5 days in the subdivision scale from HQ Delhi. Short range forecast at district level up to 48 hours. Of course, that also from HQ, but also from the various meteorological centers. Nowcast is issued by our state meteorological agencies for meteorological centers for regions of their this thing. For example, Chandigarh is issuing for Punjab as well as Haryana. Delhi is issuing only for Delhi. Rajasthan, Jaipur is issuing for Rajasthan. Similarly for other states. So this is just to highlight to you, because I could have gone on theoretically what we do, but this is a practical example of what really happened for a thunderstorm case over Rajasthan. Here, if you see, deaths were reported mainly from Rajasthan. We were called in from NDMA to explain the deaths that happened. Please note that thunderstorm density, if you see, it happened throughout this region, but hailstorms happened also in this region. But if you note, deaths happen maximum over Rajasthan. Same reason that here the lightning happened in the afternoon hours. Like I said, climatology is not the only tool. We cannot just sit back and say that Rajasthan will not get much of thunderstorms in the afternoon, but it does get. Whenever thunderstorms happen, they happen in the afternoon. So mainly, I would not say always, mainly. So that thunderstorm has caused so much of death, which happened over Haryana, Punjab, and West Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh in the late night, which did not create any damages. So they just heard thunder, whereas people over Rajasthan, there were multiple deaths. This was a positive weather system. So this kind of weather system, day to day, we monitor, and 5 to 7 days in advance, we know very well how the system is going to come. But again, this is a model-based analysis. This is, of course, the actual observation. But when we are saying 5 to 7 days ahead, different models predict different ways of interaction, different. So when we are talking optimization, we gradually see the convergence of the model forecasts and to a particular situation. Then we optimize the districts. So if you see the warnings issued from 5 days ahead, we have started issuing for Rajasthan. Let us fix on Rajasthan. The black cloud that you can see, this is for thunderstorm lightning, and that has been happening with yellow alert for 5 days in advance, 4 days in advance, 3 days in advance, and sorry, this was 2 days. So 5 days, 4 days. By the third day, that means by the time 3 days in advance, for 1st March, issued on 29th February. So no, 28th and 29th February. So we started issuing orange alert, yellow and then orange alert. Orange alert came 2 days in advance, if you see, over West Rajasthan. By for 2nd March, we started giving orange alert again from 29th February. So 2nd March, 3 days ahead, and 1st March, 2 days ahead, we had given a warning that there will be severe thunderstorms over this region. On the day of the occurrence, we gave orange alert for all these districts. 2nd March, as you can see, we went up to orange alert. This was covered in national level bulletins. This was covered in state level bulletins. Special bulletins were issued to chief secretaries of all the states, and by the states, they were given. Press releases were issued. So this is you can see 5-day warning. 26th onwards, as you can see, though we did not mention in the national level, 27th onwards, Rajasthan had started issuing orange alert at the district level. But it was changing from day to day. That means along with West, we also started to feel that maybe eastern side there will be more occurrence. By the time 1st of March came, the day of the event, it was already, we had given orange alert for all these districts. Similarly, 2nd March. What was realized was over 3 districts, Dausa, Savai Madhopur and Jaipur, we had thunderstorm warnings were given. Orange alert, as you can see, was given on 1st of March, and realized also was there. But and just to give you an idea, impact-based weather forecast, special press releases were issued from the national level, from the state level. You can see all the people with whom it was shared, and with NDMA, with Doordarshan, All India Radio, chief secretaries of the affected states. Cap Sachet alert was issued. So all these things were done. For Rajasthan, you can see Cap Sachet alert was issued. And despite all that, this did not penetrate into the last mile. This is our weakness. I keep saying in all our meetings, our weakness is the dissemination mechanism is not in place. The dissemination up to the village level that will take action, that is not in place. This is different ways the warning was issued at different scales. I want to highlight that from 5 days in advance, we had started to issue warnings. But even then, the deaths and damages were not, you can see from different fora. This was issued through media, through WhatsApp, through newspapers. It was issued. So 10 minutes, please. I'm talking something. No, sir, 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Take it, take it. So then we come to the nowcast scale warnings. We have Rajasthan, we have red alert. Nowcast scale red alerts were also issued over North Rajasthan, and over Northwest Rajasthan there was a orange alert. A mobile app is available. Meghdoot, Mausam app. These are they can also give you information about auto notification. And then we have Damini app. I want to highlight Damini app because Damini app is especially useful for very localized around you what is happening. Whereas the first two are manual. These are issued at district level. Umang and Rain Alarm. Umang app is a national level app, but Damini is a very localized, based on lightning alone, it gives a warning. So all these mechanisms are used, and media coverage was there, but you see, this is ahead of the weather. All these first also there has been warnings for all this, but somehow the honestly hail or strong winds has gets more focused than lightning. I'll be blunt. The people are more worried when we talk of ola brishti hoga, or where we are talking of squall hoga. Us samay people are more worried. So impact verification, whatever we have suggested, that has happened, and more than that has happened. But somehow this is not. I mean, again, we are back to the same picture. You see, this is an annual phenomenon. We know it is happening. We are issuing warnings, but somehow it is not. The line down the line, the chain is not in place to take care of these warnings. That is the main issue. Uh, Thank you. If there are any questions, I'll be happy to take them.
Thank you, ma'am, for your very detailed and analytical presentation. And thanks to you personally that within very busy schedule, you took some time and you joined us in a very short notice. And participant, please, if you have any queries, please raise your question in the chat box, or we will move forward for the direct session that we have left with Colonel Sanjay Srivastav, sir.
Sanjay ji, you can take over and go for the field show from Dr. Jensen and other colleagues.
Thank you.
And thank you so much, Soma Senji, for sparing time. Despite you always keep so busy.
No, because I'm handling media, and media calls are
I
coming.
know that.
Sorry. And today Kerala
okay.
has become a very big issue for us. Sorry. If you don't mind, can I just log off? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
So kind of you.
I'll go to Dr. Jason Varghese. Dr. Jason, may I request you to unmute and speak your experience about the recent lightning study which we carried out in 6 states. Over to you, Dr. Jason.
Thank you, Sanjay ji. I'm Jason. I'm representing Caritas India. My colleague Abhishek, also with us, Abhishek Kumar Srivastava, he is also with us. He will share about the field experience. So Caritas is the second largest humanitarian organization in the world. Proudly we can say. And in India, we are working across all the states. And last 62 years of existence, Caritas has come up with a lot of experience in the area of emergency response and disaster reduction. And in last 2 weeks, our colleagues were in the field and they were all busy with the response program. We started from Assam flood response, then Godavari, then Sindhudurg. Now our team members are in Kerala, where the landslide, where still the rescue operation is still going on, and 52 people are already died. Around 450 families are affected directly. So this is the overall experience. Caritas. Also, thank you NIDM for being with us in many of our journeys. So lightning, as we said, the lightning education and lightning resilience was not in Caritas India's any of the interventions in previous years. But as soon as we had a collaboration with Colonel Sanjay and his organization, and we had a joint study, how we can mainstream this lightning resilience in our ongoing programs. Not only Caritas India's, our the field partners, the institutions like schools, the local self-organizing government organization, local CBOs. So in that context, we had a study, a joint study in 6 major lightning occurring states, and we have come up with a set of recommendations, and we have also validated some of the models, small like scalable models that Caritas has initiated. So the Colonel Sanjay has come and his team has come and help us how we can fine tune this and how can make it as a better model. So finally, all these interventions are really helping the community people, especially the farmers, the women, self-help group members, the children, the person with the disabilities, all type of the marginalized communities are being really helped by these type of interventions and models. Also, the supplementing the government interventions like Indra app in Bihar, also Damini app. So Caritas India has really in became a kind of a intermediate agency to educate the community people to ensure that they are using this particular app and they are able to use it, or what are the real challenges they are facing. So all these challenges are also really articulated in our the study what we have done. Also study have also have come up with a lot of way forward, like one, and we are happy to hear from Sanjay ji from the beginning that the lightning is a kind of a notified disaster now. That is also one of the way forward that we have given in the study as a outcome. Then there are need of lightning atlas should come up at state wise. Also there is a coordination effort from the different civil society organizations like interagency groups. They should discuss about lightning issues. Lightning is not a standalone. Also lightning education awareness, that is also come up like a kind of a big topic that we have discussed. How can we engage the schools? How can engage the other civil society organization? They have ongoing disaster risk reduction programs. So these are some of the local intervention that really going to the field as part of the study interventions. May I request our my colleague Abhishek? He is into the grassroots experience and he's with the community always. So I request Abhishek to share our field experience from Bihar, what we have done there, what is the response of the community, what are the challenges the communities faces, and what is our way forward in the field. Over to Abhishek.
Thank you, Dr. Jason. So actually, I am based at Patna, and we have initiated, as Colonel Sir said, we have initiated this program from Nevada, one of the most vulnerable district of Bihar. And from Nevada, we have started this mission from Kawakul block. So Kawakul block is actually neighboring block sharing its border with Jharkhand state also. So it is very vulnerable area, and it is the farmers and the community there, they are facing lots of challenges in terms of this lightning. So we took initiative and initiated 2 things there. First, we actually trained the community people there to install low-cost lightning arrestor. So initially, we started with this cycle rim and the bamboo. Afterwards, we changed, and now we are using the GI pipe and copper wire and some lightning arrestor models we are using and community is using. And the second part is the awareness generation. That is important aspect of that. So we try to involve all the stakeholders like farmers, students, fishermen, and then the Mandega workers. So these stakeholders, we initiated a campaign, awareness campaign, what to do and how to survive themselves when they stuck in open area when the lightning strikes. So we have a set of 10 volunteers also now, and our volunteers they are disseminating this information to the other youths also. In January, February, we organized one mega program with the National Youth Campaign NSS, and there 200 youths were trained on this lightning awareness. So these things we are doing. So now with this lightning arresters, low cost lightning arrester committee, and with some sort of awareness generation, and the farmers and the community member, they are feeling that there is something that is protecting themselves, and they are also using this apps. So apps are there, and this Damni app and Indrabaj app they are using, but still with the farmers we are working in the field, and they are also they are still facing some challenges for their safe shelter during lightning arrests. So we are initiated another concept where we installed lightning hooters. So we have some task force committee members, and they are using this lightning hooter. This when and they do the monitoring when they receive the alarm. Then they play this hooter. So this hooter sounds when the farmers hear. Then they try to escape from that field and come to take this safe place, safe shelter. So these things we have initiated, but it's very a small scale. Now we need to scale up it with the larger geographical area, and more civil society and community-based organization need to join hands together. And we get all the technical guidance and support from CROPC. So we are thankful to Colonel Sanjay Srivastava, who gives us the timely technical supports. So, and now we are moving toward the Supal and East Champaran and Bhagalpur. So our expansion is also happening with the another geography where lightning cases are coming up. Thank you from my side.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your ground reality experiences. And it's some sort of local stewardship, like lightning resilience. It's a training program, and that lightning hooters. But I have one query, sir. Like you told that through Damini apps, they will be like the information is disseminated. But I think the farmers do all they have the smartphones to install the Damini apps. I think there may be.
No, farmers they don't have even a smartphone. Also, all the farmers and those who have the smartphone, but they are not using while they are doing the cultivation work. Because when they go for the farm activity, they keep all their gadgets and accessories, and they enter into the field. But this Damni app and this Indrabaj app is monitored by this task force member who are sitting in the village somewhere and monitoring all these things, and they play the hooters. So this siren, when they hear the siren, the farmers they are trained on that. When they hear the siren, this is alarm siren. Then they used to take the shelter, safe shelter. So that is one thing that is we are just doing at one place in Kawakul block. So far in 21 there are so many deaths in Kawakul, particular those areas. 11 deaths are recorded, but in 22, in 23 and 24 there are no deaths recorded in those particular area. We have not done any scientific study, but we have some FGD and focus group discussion with the community people. So, and our volunteers are also monitoring. They are going home to home visit. They are doing home to home visit, doing interpersonal communication with the family members. So from their report, we are saying that in the last 2 years there is no any casualty happened in those areas.
So Abhishek ji, how much is the coverage? How many blocks?
In Nevada, we are covering one block, but we are covering Supal one block and East Champaran 2 blocks. So altogether, we are covering 4 blocks.
Okay.
This is a very good example, sir,
Yeah.
of the local level intervention with the local understanding the weather, how is the phenomena, how is the forecast. There are people sitting in Gram Panchayat, educated youth, ladies, a lot of involvement of women, young women, village headmen and all are there. And their hooter is very powerful. It is just sounded, sir, from Panchayat Bhavan or prominent place, and it, alerts every village. So there is a very good early one. This is what is Dr. Soma Sen Roy was saying, or Dr. Alok, and we said that when the early warning is there, there has to be some dissemination mechanism for last mile. So the moment long hooter is sounded, people, straight away
Take shelter, yeah.
Take shelter, sir. And the moment threat is over, again hooter is sounded, short burst, and people go back to work.
Okay, good. So इसका एक demonstration चाहिए था वो, but अगले webinar में या अगली meeting में उसको we'll show it. So all the participants, please be ready for another event coming up, maybe online mode, offline mode, and we will show all these best practices from Bihar, from Supol and other districts under the guidance of Shrivastava ji. So a lot of work has already been done, but these experiments has to be upscaled, and we definitely bring all those things to limelight. So
Sure,
any more
sure,
questions?
Amirji.
Definitely, we are looking forward to work together. Avipsha ji, are there some questions? There was a question about Delhi's
Yes, sir.
vulnerability to lightning.
Yes, sir.
Sanjay ji will tell.
What is the question?
दिल्ली के अंदर भी क्या बिजली का खतरा गिरने का है?
Absolutely. In fact, on 28th of June, we had a National Lightning Conference, and apt and very pertinent to the occasion. As we woke up in Delhi, it was a night of lightning and thunderstorm. And the impact was so heavy that the Delhi airport, one of the terminal front cascade had fallen, and there was a death and 3 people injured. Delhi, if you see, has in last 1 year registered 334% rise in lightning. And Delhi is a place where frequent thunderstorm and lightning is taking place. Last was 28 June. Another major event was on 10th May, when 26 people had died and 3,200 houses were blown away. So Delhi is one of the, Delhi, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, they are the latest hotspots in our study where rise in lightning is phenomenal, and so is the casualty. Unfortunately, these things don't catch up the news, and the disaster management systems in these areas, I really appeal them to go and address these people, because Government of India has made a provision. In case of loss of life, 4 lakh rupees is given. In case of loss of house, there is 95,000 which is given. So there are a lot of assistance and relief mode. So Delhi, NCR, Noida, Gurugram, they are now facing thunderstorm, lightning, and regular. There is loss of economic losses. There is cancellation of flights, flooding of the flash flood in the area. So Delhi gets a lot of lightning, and we have a specific Delhi specific lightning report, every state specific lightning report, which you can write it us to on mail, and we'll share with you. Sorry, Dr. Alok, over to you.
No, actually, I just wanted to add on to this because as you have seen, this Dr. Soma Sen Roy has shown the plot where actually earlier up to 2013, only northeast states were used to be like lightning prone areas. What we are seeing in last 8 years of data is that the occurrences of cloud to ground lightning, they are spreading quite a lot to the whole India, which was supposed to be in a kind of hilly regions mostly. It's spreading throughout the India. So so the thing is, vulnerability of complete Indian state is going to be vulnerable to the lightning. So Delhi is not achuta nahi hai Delhi. So there are like earlier rainfall not just supposed to be like no over Rajasthan. आप पिछले 4-5 सालों से you are able to see that Rajasthan is getting too much of rain and everything. So monsoon patterns and cloud patterns, they are changing. So we are becoming more and more vulnerable to the lightning. So that's the actually the thing, that not only Delhi, but आपको Punjab or even more other regions which we are not thinking that lightning hoga, they are going to be more vulnerable. So that's my take. I just wanted to state that particular thing also. Thank you.
I will just share the pictures of, all this area. Avisha, may I request you to
Yes, sir.
give me a
Yes, sir.
presentation rights?
Yes, sir.
Because I just got these pictures. I have these pictures on.
Yes, sir. You can share your PPT.
Yeah. Can you see this?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
This is the hooter which is there over the house. This is how they install it. This is the area you can see right in front is the agriculture field where people are there. And it's very, very useful. Sorry.
सर इनकी कवरेज लाइक मतलब कितना लगाने से हूटर मतलब सपोज
So
एक
you
गांव
cover
अगर
2 to 3 kilometers easily.
ओके
And it is available in the local market. Like in Patna, it costed 6,500, 6,800. And not only this, in case of any other hazard, routine announcement in the panchayat, this is used, So this is very, very useful, system which can be used by anybody. And locally it can be installed. And they have installed the lightning arresters. You can see this is what every house has. And this is working. See, there is a very simple thing. You have to sensitize people about such instruments. Because in rural area, the money is a challenge. So I stopped sharing here. But these are very, very useful local, what we call in Hindi, jugaad, which people are doing. I have advised them. Now they have gone for GI pipe and a proper air terminal lightning spike. And within, if you have money, within 1,500 to 2,000 rupees, you can have a good scientifically safe lightning protection device. In fact, we have a participant, Mr. Maheshwaran, who is here. They have come up with low cost lightning conductors. So people can afford it. It's very much affordable.
So because cost is very important, if you can ask Maheshwaran Saab to talk about the cost component at individual level, because cost determine my capacity to make my safety plans.
So the main problem is the high rising risk. As Dr. Alok Taori said, the cloud behavior is changing and intensity of
Yes.
lightning current is going these devices are not safe against such high incidents of lightning atmospheric electricity surge. So when you go for a proper lightning risk assessment, you need to go for a tested device which can withstand such a extreme surge of atmospheric electricity and give you protection. And rather, nowadays, wherever in high-end areas where we are doing 3-point, 6-point earthing, sir, because this lightning strikes between two strikes, one strike once it is brought down, caught by the air terminal, travels through the down conductor, earthing is done. It takes around 0.2 milliseconds, sir. And if the second strike comes, there is a requirement of second down conductor, third down conductor. So if you see the occurrence of lightning strike frequency, within 0.2 millisecond, we have found even 3 lightning strikes taking place. So you need to have minimum 3 lightning arresters, down conductors, which can take it down and earth it. And then earthing, nowadays, the soil resistance is going very high because entire area people have concretized and there is lack of wetness on the earth. So because of that, if the wetness is not there, the earthing is not proper, the electricity will spread as ground current in the surrounding land, which will cause damage to the house, damage to the people around, and your electrical and IT appliances. So it is a complex process. There is a need of a proper lightning risk assessment and making a proper mitigation effort as per the existing, threats and the future expected threats. Over to you, sir.
No, it's very important that we have to go for tested devices, and definitely cost plays an important role. And we will discuss in another event how to reduce the cost and make it affordable to common people. Unless it become affordable at that level, those arresters and cost components can't. We have to think about that as well, and that is the way forward. So in one of the events I will discuss with you, and if we are organizing more events like this, then definitely we were focusing one special thematic discussion on that, how to bring all those things affordability limit for providing that. Offices and Sarkari system is okay, and formal systems are okay, but what about the informal as an individual and poor kisan? How he can make it, bring it to the affordable limit,
Absolutely,
enhancing his safety. So those are the concerns, and we'll definitely take up some discussion point in next of the events.
Absolutely.
So,
that is where I talk of the area lightning protection system.
yeah, so we'll discuss on those
Yes, we'll
issues.
take it in
Yeah.
another,
Yeah,
event.
yeah, because that need to be touched upon. Alok Saab, your closing remark.
No, I'll say that it's one of the very nice and nicely organized seminar. And NIDM, NDMA, and CROPC with this associates, we request them to get engaged with the ISRO and NRSC also, so that our data can be utilized much more widely, and it can be of real public use, because we cannot go to the level the way you people are going. We are research and organizations, so we
Yeah.
don't have that much capacity. So, but yes, it's a very indeed wonderful session, and I really look forward for working towards all the agencies, and put our data open so anybody can take the data, as Karan Srivastav has taken the data sometimes, but I say that everybody should utilize it. So that will be actually we'll say that our NRSC, so whatever they are doing, they will be of some good use to the community. Thank you, sir. Thank you for having a wonderful session, and congratulations to NIDM and CROPC.
Thank you, sir. Sanjay ji, your closing remarks, if you have to add, because you have conducted the entire session. If you want the last one message.
Lightning is the most emerging hazard, sir.
Yeah.
And with 1 degree rise in lightning, there's 1 degree rise in temperature, there's 12% rise in lightning.
Yes.
And the vulnerable community, they are bound to work for their livelihood in the open, sir. So India is still 70% rural, and our 96% casualty lies in the rural area.
Yes.
We need a focused, a targeted intervention for the rural communities, especially the farmers, the fishermen, the cattle grazers, the tribal and the laborers in the open, and take a collective action, sir. Our collective action is very important, sir, because this is a problem of the society. It is the governance has to be leveraged beyond governments to society to govern them towards lightning resilience. So governance beyond government is more important. Citizen science is more important, and targeted intervention is required, sir. And we need to be together in this action to make India lightning resilient. That's
Thank
all.
you, sir. Thank you, sir. So we have coming to the close of this first event in the series of starting initiative in lightning risk mitigation at national level. So NIDM is pleased to have this seminar, and as we have already discussed that the changing climatic conditions making us more vulnerable to events in lightning. But most unfortunate part, in my opinion, is that it's not very fascinating type of hazard, which everyone is giving publicity to, like earthquake or flood or tsunami or those things which catch the eyes. And it's isolated events which make the task of persons like Sanjay Srivastava and Alok ji, like researchers and Soma Sen's type of researchers or forecasters, very difficult, because those are isolated events and they don't catch the eye of the national media or state media. So we have to bring it to the forefront and try to keep on doing our bit of efforts. And I hope with the efforts of all of us, we will be able to progress further and try to make India resilient lightning as well, besides the thing. And definitely challenge is going to increase. And with all these sustainable and cumulative efforts, we will be able to beat this hazard as well. So with this, I request Vipsha ji to propose formal vote of thanks to all dignitaries, all participants, and everyone, and then we can go for the closure of this room. Thank you. Vipsha ji.
Thank you, sir. And thank you all the eminent personalities working very solely in this disaster, in this lightning disaster domain. And thank you for joining and sharing very insightful presentation to all of our participants, including us. And please, participants, please visit our NIDM portal, and for your certificate generation, you have go to your registered page, and from tomorrow onwards, you can able to download your certificates. And definitely we will coming soon for this similar type of events on lightning. And once again, thank you all. And special thanks to our ED and IDM for allowing us to conduct this webinar. Colonel Sanjay Srivastav and Amir sir for convening this session for behind organizing such type of event, like untapped part of the disaster aspect. And special thanks to Caritas India for sharing your experiences, like lifetime experiences from the ground. And soon this things will be scale up in a large scale, so that resilient stewardship local program will be enhances in more more way. So thank you all, and have a good day ahead.
And I take this opportunity to thank Vipsha ji for nicely coordinating this event. She's
Thank you,
the
sir.
person behind organizing this. She coordinated with all of you, with all resource persons and all participants. So Vipsha ji, thank you so much. You are the backbone of my
Sir,
division.
you all are there, sir.
Right.
Thank you so much,
thank you
sir.
so much. So thank you, sir, for sparing this much of time. And definitely we are looking forward for more interactive sessions like this in coming future. Thank you.
Thank
Yes, we
you.
can close
Thank
it.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Vipsha.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Dr.
you, sir.
Alok. Thank
Thank you
you,
so much,
Abhishek,
sir.
Dr.
Yes,
Jaishan.
Jason and Abhishek ji, special thanks to both of you.